Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setups for today. So we do have a break of this trend line and also a break of this previous swing high on the week. So we've got a sort of a close above the current weekly high. Oscillators are not they're not being very friendly to us at the moment if you're looking for a move to the upside, but they are indicating that this is an area we should be looking to sell off. I'm a little bit concerned because of the break above the trend line and also above this area here. So typically that would validate a sort of a mini double bottom, but I think what we should actually do is move our double bottom expectations to there. So there's a big leg down, leg up, big leg down, big leg up. So that would be the area where you'd start getting bullish, which is 32,772. So at the moment, let's treat this as top of, should we call it the channel? And what we're looking for is a rejection somewhere here for a move to the downside. So that's kind of the bias. It's in line with the trend. It's in line with what the oscillators are telling us. And we also have a bit of a hanging man formed here. So for me, actually I'm just going to do this. So that hanging man there is the area I'm looking for a break below. But if you look to the left, it looks like an area of half decent support. So if we come back and we sort of start bouncing around here, then we do have a pretty strong possibility for a continuation to the next two levels to the upside. However, if we just get down to the levels that we want to be trading today, you can see a grouping of the oscillators at the moment. We do have a crossover. We are above the 155, so mixed signals. High time frames indicating you should be looking for opportunities to short, and lower time frame indicating potentially that we have we should be looking for a way of building a base for a continuation of the upside. This gap down here is still open, which is a little bit of a worry. So there it is there, and that's a weekly gap. So it did close on the S&P, and the DAX has closed its gap as well, but this is not closed in this on the Dow Jones. So basically, I want to get this level a little bit more refined. Basically what we're looking for is a break below 31,965. It could hold up on this trend line, which would line up with the 155 EMA and the moving averages for another move to the upside. Or alternatively, it could drop below that as well and move to the downside. So this to me at the moment is something that I'm really, really cautious on. So I don't really see an opportunity either way just yet. And yesterday was just a mess if you look at what happened yesterday. So all over the place, big up, big down, no real structure at all. Typical of what's been happening. So you sort of all over the place, and then going into the close, suddenly we have buyers coming in. So is it a sign? I'm not sure. We need to wait for this afternoon. We need to wait for the Fed minutes to see what's going to transpire out of that. There's one chain of thought that the market is forward thinking, and that rate hikes and all have been priced into the market now, and now it's looking to stabilize and build. But then there's the other chain of thought that's saying the damage to the economy over the last couple of years with the Fed just piling money into it has been done, and nobody's buying. But that's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing people buying. So there is buying. It's just really, really volatile. So for me at the moment, the Dow is a clear sit and wait for the noise. So wait for the Fed minutes. Once the Fed minutes are out, then we can start looking at different areas of support. And you can see there is another area down here at 31,761. If I come to the hour, you'll see that's kind of right here. And look at the resistance and support here. So we resistance, and we haven't come back to test it. So this would be the area. I don't think you want to be chasing longs up here. Good possibility for a short scalp down to this area. But based on what I'm seeing on the moving averages right now, I would rather be waiting here for a potential long. Otherwise, you could find it just meander up and then come back and pick this area for support to remove the upside. So there is a potential trend reversal on the cards. I think that's what we're getting at. So you need to be very cautious about which direction you go, and whatever you do, make sure that the setup is solid. And at the moment, for the upside, for the rejection to the downside here, this is not solid. I'd want to see a rejection of this 31,967, or should we say 3,200. I want to see a rejection of 3,200, but then I've got a trend line that's so close, and I've got different areas of support. So to me, the better bet is just wait. Assume that that's a break. Assume that this is a break of structure. Wait for the retest. See if the retest is successful and start moving. Then you're going to change your direction of trade to the upside, which is basically going to work with this sort of rounding bottom that we have at the moment. And then ultimately looking for 32,772, which is the top of a bigger double bottom, and that would be the true bullish signal we'd be waiting for. Anyway, that's enough for me this morning. It's sit on hands until the Feds have finished their song and dance, and then we'll have a look at this again. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.